I never thought I'd swing a hammer at a busybody's front door, but there I was, sledge in hand, splintering her prized mailbox like it owed me money. The neighborhood watched from their manicured lawns as I yelled, "This is for every vet you just screwed over, you heartless hag." Karen's scream pierced the air, but it was too late. The post office had already yanked her ballot box privileges for interfering with federal mail. And yeah, I filmed the whole thing for the HOA board meeting. Revenge? Damn right. But it started with her petty complaint form, typed in Comic Sans, accusing my garage of being a blight on our pristine community. It was a sticky July in suburban Phoenix, the kind where the AC hums like a lifeline and barbecues sizzle on every block. I bought this split-level ranch 5 years back, right after my tour in Afghanistan left me with a bum knee and a fire to give back. No 9 to 5 for me. I turned the garage into Wheeler's Warriors, a one-man shop cranking out custom wheelchairs for guys like Sergeant Ramirez, who lost both legs to an IED but still dreamed of chasing his kids at the park. The whine of my table saw and the clang of metal. Music to my ears, therapy for my soul. Neighbors waved when the VFW pickup rolled up with deliveries. Old-timers slapping my back, kids peeking in awe. Hell, Mrs. Patel next door even baked samosas after I fixed her grandson's busted trike for free. Then came Karen. Picture her, bottle blonde bob, yoga pants stretched over entitlement, driving a Tesla she bragged was eco-friendly, while blasting Fox News rants about lazy vets on the dole. She'd moved in 6 months prior, fresh from some Midwest divorce, and immediately appointed herself HOA Queen Bee. Covenants? She wielded them like a switchblade. No, you couldn't park your boat overnight. Yes, your hedges needed trimming to exactly 42 inches. My workshop, she spotted it during her daily power walk circuit, earbuds in, judging every untrimmed blade of grass. Next day, a certified letter, noise pollution and visual nuisance violating section 4.2. Cease operations or face fines. I laughed at first, thought was a prank. But fines piled up, $50 here, $200 there, draining the fund I'd scraped for Ramirez's chair. I tried talking sense at the next block party, beer in hand, under string lights and the smell of ribs. Karen, it's for wounded warriors, man. These chairs get him back on the diamond, coaching Little League. She sipped her Chardonnay, eyes narrowing like I'd suggested she compost her kale smoothies. Rules are rules, Jake. This isn't a charity circus. Think of property values. The crowd murmured. Old Mr. Hensley, a Korean War vet, grumbled about ungrateful snowflakes, but she doubled down, rallying the Karens in training with whispers of eyesores attracting riffraff. By dawn, petitions circulated, evict the noise. My blood boiled. Betrayal stung worse than shrapnel. These were my people, the ones who'd toasted my homecoming with Bud Lights and flags on porches. Now, for her McMansion mortgage, she'd silence heroes' second chances? That's when I flipped the script. No more Mr. Nice Builder. I went nuclear, subpoenaed the HOA records, unearthed her history. Unpaid dues from her last condo, a Yelp rant storming a vet clinic for smelly dogs. Armed with that and a GoPro, I crashed the emergency board Zoom, screens glowing in living rooms across the cul-de-sac. Ladies and gents, I boomed. Karen wants my shop shut for a nuisance. But let's talk real nuisances. I rolled the footage. Her screeching at the mailman over a late package. It wasn't. Her blocking the ramp I built for Hensley's scooter. Then the kicker, clips from Wheeler's Warriors site, testimonials from Ramirez tearing up as he wheeled his boy around the bases, voiceover. Built by hands that served for brothers who sacrificed. The chat exploded. Resign, Karen. What about the vets? Hensley unmuted, gravelly. Ma'am, you ever bury a buddy? This man's a patriot. You're just a pest. She sputtered, red-faced on camera. This is defamation. I'll sue. But the board? They voted unanimous. Drop all fines, grant me a variance, and, sweet justice, slap her with a community service mandate. 100 hours volunteering at the VFW, sanding wheelchair frames under my watchful eye. Months later, I watch her fumble a torque wrench, blisters blooming on her manicured nails, while Ramirez zipped by in his custom rig, grinning ear to ear. Thanks, Jake. Feels like flying. Karen shot me glares that could curdle milk, but her Tesla sat repossessed in the drive. Turns out, all that suing talk tanked her credit. She slunk off to Florida last week, tail between her Lululemon legs, leaving a for sale sign crooked in the yard. Me? The workshop hums louder now, deliveries stacking up. Neighbors drop by with cold ones, toasting the little guy who swung back. In America, you don't mess with the vets or the hammers that build their wings. But damn, that first swing? Best therapy session ever.